Okay, I think we did all the side quests that were available now.
It's not the ether.
So, Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff? I don't know, should we read some?
Did you come
Maybe
through the
go back
forge
into
today?
the chamber?
It smells like a still.
If we got any new letters? Or did I just check all of
It's
them?
alright to touch him.
I don't know. You go first.
Torgal is nice, you can pet him. He won't bite. Oh, we didn't check the wall of memories. Martell's apples, Ambrosia's tack. A saddle and blinders crafted specifically for Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Even after being separated from her master, the noble steeds served the people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the merciless, just as a good shield should. Exactly like Clive. Clive was also a very good shield. Oh well, let's just continue. No more letters. Clive and Ambrosia are very much alike. Okay, there's nothing else to do here for now.
That brooms is
We maybe go for some of the hunts as well. Maybe check in on Vivian. You might have something for us.
And how may I assist you today? How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world.
Port Isold. Clive and his outlaw allies plot to take advantage of the distraction provided by the war unfolding in the east by turning their own attentions west for Drostanus and Drake's breath, but first they will need to secure a ship from Clive's uncle Byron in Port Isold. That's what we're gonna do right now. Oh my god, I love these pixel characters. Just Pixel Clive, Pixel Jill, Pixel Torgal.
The state of the
Let's just
realm
go.
is ever changing, Clive.
So Mather's alright.
Jill, are you
Uncle
ready?
Seemed a kindly soul, if a little eccentric.
You said that before. Now I really want to meet up with him. I don't think we ever met Byron. Or did I maybe miss him somehow? Maybe he was there at the beginning before Rosaria fell. Do you guys know? Did we see him ever? Or was he like an NPC that we could talk to, but we never really went to talk with him? Interesting. Because I don't have any memory of his name whatsoever. So, Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Oh, Torgal? What did you find?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
This must be tough for Jill, but she needs to do this. Revenge!
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
Now it's her turn.
If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
It's nice. We get to do something for Jill as well.
Come on.
I almost thought that they would just ignore what she went through and just focus on Clive and others.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Well, she probably has done a lot of bad things. We already know she is evil to the bone. Before Clive and Jill might claim their second mother crystal, they must first secure passage to the distant Iron Kingdom. Something Clive believes his long-lost uncle in Port Isold might be able to provide them, assuming they can get there first. Make for Amber. I think everything that the Visserine, the evil mother of Clive's, has touched or just known about is just in shambles. I cannot think that she would leave any bearers untouched. No. She definitely wants to kill them all off. I do want Flames of Rebirth, but I also want the Limit Break. I think I'm gonna go with the Limit Break. Ooh. This will also give me health. Let's do this. We're going for the Limit Break. Okay, we're going that way. Oh, it's connected to Sorrowwise and Martha's Rest. Whoa. We do not want to fall off here. Oh, what is that? Whose castle is that? There was a fallen tower as well. Okay, enough sightseeing. We're gonna be quick with this. Let me just... Alright. Okay, they did not want to attack me. Arrow don't want me to go here, but I kinda need to see what's here, especially now that we got Ambrosia as well. Old Hill. A wyvern?
Straight home now.
Oh!
No mistakes.
Wyvern. Wyvern. Is this stronger than a wyvern? And an avis? Right, there was something at the hunt board that said about a cliff.
Nice try.
Was it in Sorrowwise? this is not it, because we didn't get like a splash screen with, oh, this is the enemy, it's the wanted poster.
Over here! This one.
Ramu's abilities are really good. They do a lot of damage and stagger as well. But for stagger, definitely Benedicta's Garuda.
Torgal. To me, boy.
And I love Deadly Embrace so much.
Over here! Get him!
So much damage. Okay. Huh. This just seems to be an end. But there's at least some treasure here. And a nice little waterfall. Black blood. I don't know. What can we do with that? Is that supposed to be cooked with?
Let's go.
Really like the sound of that.
Run like the wind.
Almost sound like blood pudding. Quite a popular Swedish dish. But it's more like either you hate it or you love it. I'm on the hating side. I think it tastes so bad and it's just like coagulated blood.
Careful.
Made into like a pudding form.
You deserve a
it's-
rest.
It sounds really gross. It is gross. That blossom was so... We did so much attacks, like continuous attacks, that it didn't even get a chance to do anything because of the willow wikes. And then using ignition, and then wicked wheel. Maybe let's just wait. I kinda
Fly, Ambrosia.
want to see what's here before we go to Amber. Ooh, there's spiders here. Oh, it's closed? Okay, now we know.
Straight home now.
It's closed off, but can we open it? Just have to see after I've killed off all of these. So when do we get to confront Annabella? I would really want to do that. Can we get over to the other side?
You
Did see
deserve a
some loot
rest.
there. I feel like she needs to learn a lesson. But the thing is, I'm not gonna teach her a lesson. Because if I teach her a lesson, she will not be alive. Because the chance I get to off her, I'm gonna freaking off her. Dominant of Shiva and trusted confidant of Clive, leader of the new hideaway. Together, they continue Sid's mission to emancipate bearers and rid the realm of mother crystals. I'm so glad to have Jill on my side. Jill and Torgal.
Yeah.
I've lost my husband, so... I'll have to make do. Okay, head for Amber now. Yeah, if this game is gonna give me a choice whether to keep Annabella alive or not, I'm gonna tell you right now, she does not deserve a second chance. She knows exactly what she's been doing. Like, she's the most evil character in this entire game.
Time to fight.
I can't even see Ultima being that evil. Even if he would like want to wipe out entire like humanity, it's still not as evil as Annabella has been.
Safe.
There seems to be something in that corner. Maybe some good loot?
Sick 'em.
Why make a passage here if there's no loot? Let's see. Oh? A gravestone? Rosarian gravestone? I can't see what it says. I have no clue. Can't see anything. Okay, there was nothing there. But we have to pet Torgal. Okay, now we head for Amber. I'm getting so distracted.
Faster!
That's so me though. Get distracted by anything and everything all at once. Is there anything here? No. Let's just go by foot. It's not far away. I wonder if we know anyone here.
Justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Exactly.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
That's what they're called. If they stand with Lord Elwyn. Oh, the Black
Rosaria
Shields.
must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
What could that
You
be?
fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep
So
your
a
ears open,
resistant
The
movement.
Black Shields
Is
will
that
pay
it?
good coin for information on the culprits.
Since it's not
You have to be
us.
dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100? We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
Oof. I'm an outlaw.
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Nope, not with Elwyn in charge. But with Annabella. Heads will roll. She does not care about anyone. She cares about herself.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morn. You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
Well, what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
I mean, it could be either us
What
or
do those knights want, Father?
another resistant movement.
Go on.
Speak with the locals. What? Where is this person who wanna speak with me? Oh, there.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
I
Then we
understand.
should be on our way.
We don't want anything to happen with the villagers here either. So we need to be careful with our investigation.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience
too.
bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
I'm so sad for Jill. She really got hurt by that. Obedience bought with fear. Because that's exactly what the Iron Kingdom did to her. Her obedience was bought with fear. Fear of others being hurt.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
She must have had to kill a lot of people. Just to keep others safe.
Ever since the auditory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. I'll get to
Tell me? Does he think it's Ultima, maybe? That's keeping these guys waking up? Like it's him Bringing them back to life. If you don't think it's the mother crystals. I don't know if I think that the Fallen are from the same like timeline or civilization as Ultima, or if Ultima was before the Fallen. The Viceregency. Ugh. The Imperial province incorporating the lands that were once Rosaria, ruled over by Annabella, former Duchess of Rosaria. One of her first acts as Vicereine was to institute a new order of knights, the Black Shields, who were dispatched to every corner of the province to maintain order. They would later come to serve as her personal army, settling her grievance against bearers and ducal loyalists. She hates everything about Rosaria too, so... Sounds like a great woman. Can't wait to get my hands on her. Can't wait. She is public enemy number 1. Ultima isn't really that much of an enemy to me right now. Other than... he's inside of Joshua. Oh, wait a minute. Black Shields. Well, well, well.
My brother's men.
All yours, Torgal.
I wonder if Clive thinks that he can, like, bring his mother to other senses. I hope it doesn't come to that. That she would try to manipulate him and he's just gonna be like this good guy and give her a chance. Because no. She did not do that for him. She made him a slave to the Empire. She knew exactly what she did, what she was doing. And she was probably hoping for him to die as well. Die a slave. Like she has no use for him whatsoever. She just wanted him to be tortured. What is that? Oh!
Now, Torgal!
Well, what is that? There's some artifact there. Protected by these bombs.
Get him! I'm hurt, Torgal.
We still don't know what Ultima really wants with Clive. It's like he's like Orochimaru, you know, like in Naruto, if you watched it. He wants to take over his body. Because he seems to know that he can absorb Eikons. And he kind of needs that power. For what? We'll just have to see. We will just have to see. But that means he's not that almighty, right? So what is this? Bull's horn braid. Ah? It was just like a chest? Interesting. Okay then. We wiped out some of the Black Shields. I wonder why there were so many here. Does that mean they were gonna do something with the people of Amber? was just too many. I don't think they were just standing there innocently. Make for Port Isold. And the chapter name is Bloodlines. Is it Bloodlines because there's gonna be like a lot of Clive's past? Especially also that we're gonna go see this Byron, who is his uncle. Will we get to know more? Okie dokie, let's continue down the road. Any more black shields? There they are.
We're not alone. Not the Lazarus dead.
With some birds. Annabella really wanted to sully the name of the shields. She wants shields to be associated with her shields. The despicable ones.
Over here!
And I mean, if there's no shields left and there's only black shields, everyone is gonna associate the old meaning of the shields into this bad one. We're gonna show them eventually that we are alive, we are a lord. We could also, you know, build a castle, become a king. Wouldn't that be nice as well? I don't think Clive would want that though. He just wants to protect people. In the shadows! Oh my gosh! My heart skipped a beat.
Get him!
Jeez.
Go, Torgal!
Blood?
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
Torgal, what are you seeing?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
Oh no, do they think we're from Amber?
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you a
Gonna
truth.
slay them all. Exactly. We're the one and only true shield.
This one.
But I am worried that they think I'm from Amber. It sounded like they thought I was from Amber. I mean, look again at my outfit. Do I look like I'm from some small village? I do look like a fighter, don't I? Well, they won't have anyone to tell that to, so... Enemies are slain. Hopefully won't make it out alive. Not a single one of them. No one can know we were here.
tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message.
From the Viscerine?
Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Oh, they think we're Guardians of the Flame. Or they say Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Because they know I'm Ifrit? No, how would they know? Or it's just like a Rosarian resistance group that chose Flame. Because Phoenix... We'll just have to see. What is it, Torgal?
Death.
I have a bad feeling.
Found her.
I don't like that look. Oh no! This is so vile. Horrific.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
He's evil. That's why.
I truly understood her.
Now you do.
Please.
Oh, Clive.
He still had some faith in his mom.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
Now he truly knows how evil his own mother is.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
This is just so horrible. And she's getting other people to do what she wants to be done. There's dead bodies here as well. Oh my. It truly, truly is evil. Often you could, like, have some pity for a villain, but for her, like, there is nothing redeeming about her. She just has no single characteristic that can save her. Like, she has nothing. Not one redeeming quality. It's just pure evil.
We're approaching Buitt Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Well, we'll do what we have to do. We need to get to Annabella.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, You couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I don't want to tell you what happened, but don't go there. Don't go there.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Begone!
Who am I to sell my...
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I think the Viceroy and Annabella wants them to suffer even more because they're
The
Rosarian.
Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Quiet Sands. Oh, this looks quite beautiful. Chill, let's have a picnic here. Clive and Jim could have a date here. That would be nice. Could just like kill all these devil crabs first, and then just have like a romantic picnic. And also Torgal isn't going nowhere. He's gonna be on the date as well. This is a really good spot. Would be a good spot for sunbathing as well. But neither Clive nor Jill really needs it. They just got like this perfect like sun-kissed look. Which I want.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Yeah, let's hope. Sounds like we need him, so let's hope he's alive. Oh, this spot is like even better. And we have a boat there as well. We could go sightseeing. Although I don't know if there's some kind of like monsters in the sea. So maybe not go on the boat. I mean, Clive could handle it, but me as the player, I think not. And I mean, we don't want Jill to have an ick with Clive because of me. Because of me being afraid of the water and what's in it.
You were right, boy.
Oh, I love Torgal. He is so cute. Running like Baywatch, but fully clothed. This is nice. Maybe we could move here when everything's over.
And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
What is this place? Or did you mean this gate, Clive? It's barred. Okay, let's just continue over here then.
Let us pass!
My children are starving!
Have mercy! For Iceland's dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough room
Fuck off!
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping
they
through
really will.
unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Yeah, we're sticking out like a sore thumb with our outfits. We don't look like refugees.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned.
Well,
Do you
isn't
think
that
it's safe?
good? If it's abandoned?
As long as it is abandoned.
My exact comment! Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Maybe. But that would be from the Resistance, and I would want to help them. Because they seem to be on our side. Well, they have to be on our side. Everyone who's against Annabella is on our side automatically. The Lazarus district, an exclusive walled residential area situated just outside the eastern edge of Port Isold. It was once the jewel in the city's crown and home to many of the nobles of the duchy. However, after the Empire moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Port Isold was all but abandoned, and this once grand district was soon overrun with thieves and cutthroats. Oh, is it still like that? Because then it's not abandoned, but it kinda... I don't know if it...
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
That is true. I'm not gonna say it's abandoned because it's way too huge to be abandoned. I think there might be some bad guys here lurking about. They said thieves and cutthroats, so... Oh?
Not abandoned then.
Thieves?
Oi! Visitors!
Seems so.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
No, we fight! Clive, come on! I nearly got stuck in my headset. Fine then. We fight!
Not.
Exactly what I wanted. You know I had this skill, did you? It's gonna go quickly.
It's over!
Bye-bye. Enemies bested, not slain? Why?
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't
Is
be.
that...
I was there
Is
when you
that Wade?
died.
The side part, but he has much more hair. Didn't he die? Oh, the pose!
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Oh my god, this is great! So is this the resistance?
We can speak inside.
That's so nice. I never thought we'd meet up with him. I really thought he was a goner. It seems not.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buitt Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
We go fight them.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Oh, it's so nice reuniting with characters that we saw in the first part.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks.
least you're not dead.
You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
We'll show them that the fire in our hearts is not so easily quenched.
You're telling me that?
So that's why it said bested and not slain.
I saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
Allow me to tend to your
What
needs.
you got? Increases limit break regeneration amount by 3% when dealing damage. I think we had that at Karen as well. Don't need to buy
May the blessing of the
potions.
crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buitt Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Battle it is.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And Annabella.
So we shall.
Because she's the head. She's the snake head. So if we cut that off, we're done. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Oh, does that mean we will have Wade at our hideaway as well? That's great.
We'll keep them from the bridge. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we don't want to jeopardize Wade's life on anything, since we just found him as well, alive and
How long
well.
have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Well, I would like to wipe them out. Every single one of those Black Shields.
Look at me sideways.
But the thing is, Annabella will just have more of them. So we need her life to end.
On your command, my lord.
How about we fight and kill them right now? They have a mage with them.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
These filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog will show you exactly why you should have just ran away.
We swear. Sick of
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
The wyvern to fight their battle.
Let's go! They didn't think there would be two dominants here, did they? Because it was just a woman.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't stand flattered.
They can send however many dragons they want. We'll just end them all. Easy peasy.
Get him.
Why they're not sending us any bosses? Huh? Why not? Oh.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Not gonna lie, these guys are fast. These dragons.
This one.
Well, it's still not a boss. It's more like a mini boss. Since we didn't get the full health bar on the right.
So Wade!
Found her. There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Yep. Good thing you're all standing so close.
Too slow. Get him. To me, boy.
Ooh, I just dodged that one and then I got hit. Great. Let's see what they have to say now. If we left one of them alive, even. Don't think so.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
Yep. Unfortunately.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve.
We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Let's do that. Quest completed. Now, when can I find Byron? I mean, we need to head for Drake's Breath, was it? I think it was. So is Wade coming with us? I hope so.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Yeah, we're a loyalist.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is any need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Oh, so nice to see him well and alive. We need to keep him alive. Can't have anyone else die on my watch. My husband. Oh my god. Rossfield Manor. We already made it here.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Oh, heavy steps.
Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
They're heavy steps. With an axe! He does not believe us.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Can't you see it in his face?
Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
What are we gonna do? Clive, what are you gonna do?
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot.
loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod.
It's a play.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
He knows, he knows. Oh, he's so shocked.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench.
I love
Even
this.
in death, must thou plague me still?
I'm getting chills from this
Very
scene.
well, I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
I love that scene.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
What an emotional scene.
My dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
The good plates.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
It was like this.
For better or worse, I've been charged
you,
with
Jim.
governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
Probably, yeah.
Untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
That's a good characteristic, though.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
You listen other thoughts. Did you see how the camera just blurred out Byron and Clive? I want to know what she's thinking.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And you will.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
The emotional intelligence of this man.
Thank you, Clive.
Absolutely love it.
I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
You better not.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
I love, love, love the two of them together. The relationship is so mature, drama-free. It's so good for a change. Because the previous Final Fantasy couples feels a little bit like childish. And they're just very fast-paced. But this one feels so real. I'm not gonna quit here. I'm gonna continue playing, but for this episode, I will quit. So, thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye!